Good morning. My name is Prophet Curly Roselle. Welcome to another day of Bible Prophecy. Bible Prophecy 10, 2010. I am a modern day prophet sent by God the Father, preparing the way for the return of Jesus the Christ. As usual, before I get started into today's sermon, there's something that I want to speak on my behalf. You know, sometimes when you don't have a way of keeping a record, I think the best way to keep a record each day of your going and coming through this earth, here, especially here in the United States of America, is certain measures we have to take because there is many antichrists among us and people who speak by way of delusion. Excuse me here a minute. What I mean by that, they speak in a format or formulate out of malice to deceive the peoples of the earth, to fight against Christ, our Lord, our God, and our Savior. I want to tell you about my visit in Pine Bluff. Over in 2000, year 2000 or 1999, last part, early 2000, I was driven out of Pine Bluff by the force of evil and the Antichrist, which is embodied and enlarged in our justice system, judicial system. All of these combined, the Antichrist have basket weaved himself into the infrastructure of these systems, which are supposed to serve and protect its citizens. But however, this is not so. And once you go out and you speak out against this evil empire, it wages war against you because it does not want to be revealed. He don't want his identity to be revealed, so he declares war against you in the name of peace and the name of justice, but he goes after you using every evil tactic means necessary to destroy you, to corrupt you, to make it look as if you is one of his own. Once he deceives the public and make them think that you is on, it's easy for him to buy a jury. Even if you have been convicted of something or you have been involved in something which may contribute to this. And when you find some of the young men as they grow today, they get involved in some activities early in their lifestyle, in their life, where it followed them out through the history of the pilgrimage here on earth, where they can be entrapped and make it look like they've done something when they're not. The well of works and the minds of Satan use this against our peoples of the black race, and I'm speaking this from what I see. Once a young man go in headstrong and he do things he have no business, this could be a strike against him, beside of his color, genetic color code. It could be used against him through race, agenda, to take and exploit him and make it look as if he is done something he's not. They use this to separate many of our black people from our Lord and our God and Savior Jesus Christ. They use this as a weapon and a propaganda tool against us. Say, if you don't do this and you don't do that, we will fabricate a lie to you and send you against you and send you to penitentiary. Well, my wife, and I said this again, and I said, I keep bringing up that I'm not going to talk about it, but it's a part of the evaluation that we have to evaluate our people. coded in this message what you said to me. This guy came to me. I had to sue the railroad 2 times because of their negligence, and they caused me a bodily injury both times. There's nothing exempt us from going after them when they do wrong, because they're out of their quest to dominate the world trade and to be elevated. They work short of people, and they impose the heavy burden of the workload upon those who take and work the hard. While the other man sitting down, they work this man the hardest and impose a lot of hardship upon this man and work. But if he take and rebel against him and say, well, I don't want to work, they claim him to be a person that don't want to work, and they can fire him. So if when we take it upon ourselves to work hard and allow them to work us, because out of our fear of getting fired and losing our job where we can't serve our children and enhance our ability of our children, we have to take on these burdens. So when they call me to work, and I work, and then they put this job on me, that job on me, working me more than anybody because of my integrity, my strength, and the way I worked, I got more than my share. And done so, that made me liable to get injured quicker than any other person because of my heavy workload that they was imposing upon me. Once I got injured on the job, and I sued the railroad and Richard settlement through this lawsuit, won it outright in court. Well, there was this guy on the job told me that, well, I could get you rich. I mean, what more money do I want? All I went to school for to stop them from doing business as usual, imposing jobs upon me on one man without mercy. And when he get injured, they don't want to compensate him for his injury. Well, this man that I knew from high school, I'm going to call him Thomas. Give him a name, Thomas. Well, he came to me and told me, man, I can tell you how to get rich. You take and let me sell some drugs. Well, what in the hell? Lord forgive me. I'm working at the railroad, still got my job, still got my money. Why do I need to sell drugs? Sell some drugs and you can be rich. You don't have to sell them. Let me sell them. In other words, this was Satan at his best. This man don't care about nobody. He don't care about nobody but himself. He want to trap me till get my mind focused on selling drugs, getting richer, and get me sent to the penitentiary for the rest of my life. So well, this is his drug. I didn't know how the system worked. I was green because I never been around like nobody else when I was growing up as a child. My mother was real strict on us. But if I get in this situation, don't know what I'm getting in, there's no way I can get out of it, and then I have to sell my soul to the devil. Well, I refused. I refused. This was 1970-something, down 80-something when I got the sell. So I didn't let him have no money to sell on drugs because I didn't want to contaminate the minds of other people. Well, arrived 2001, 2003. A second time. After the Gulf War, then United States, I got injured for a second time. But not knowing that this one was in Bible prophecy. In other words, God had delivered me into the hands of Satan, not knowing, because of a promise that I made to God when I was a child. Now, I'll tell you about this in the next